Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Hi, Tony Hart.
Good morning to you, sir. How are you today?
I'm doing quite well. I don't know what.
Very good. I'm going to do the whole show with this accent today.
Please do. I think you should.
Yes, very well, lad. I will do.
Coming up this morning. See how long we can keep that going.
Don't you feel bad for my family sometimes? I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, they just roll. The thing is, like,
They're like, what dad are we going to get today?
I mean, any kids rolling their eyes about what their dad does, but you get to, you get to hope. Yeah. All right. Later on this morning, so there's a former Minnesota Vikings wide receiver that's exploring a new career. We'll share some details about that. It's pretty interesting.
Yep, and a superstar has decided to go on tour and skip Minnesota and Wisconsin. What the hell? We'll tell you who and give you our thoughts coming up this hour. Plus,
let's play Song in 60. What do you say?
Sounds good.
Mix What Away Morning Brew on a Tuesday morning. Time to play Song in 60, and I believe it's my day to guess today.
It is. I have a song for you.
All right. I'm feeling ready.
I have a library. I still haven't. Let me pick a song. I have so many bangers to choose from this artist. I'm going to go with my favorite song from this artist.
Ooh,
okay. Here we go. Are you ready?
Yes.
The Song in 60 timer starts right now. Ben Affleck, Alex Rodriguez.
Oh, it's got to be J-Lo.
J-Lo. I mean,
now the tough part.
What do those two have in common? Exactly.
Yeah.
Patient. Time.
Now I'm actually having to think about all the different J-Lo songs over the years here. Patient.
Not the afternoon, but
morning?
No. We're going to go out blank.
I'm not doing so good.
Patiently.
Waiting?
Waiting.
Okay.
Not this morning, not this afternoon.
Waiting for tonight.
Oh, my gosh.
I was going to say Always on Time was where I was going to go at first.
Yes.
Which is, by the way, a banger.
That is a banger as well. J-Lo's got a lot of bangers, and this happens to be my favorite J-Lo banger.
Learned something new today.
Yeah, I love this song. Speaking of J-Lo, we got a related Jennifer Lopez story coming up here in just a few minutes, but let's enjoy today's featured Song in 60. It's J-Lo and Waiting for Tonight on Mix 108. Good morning. It's the Morning Brew. It's Tony and Nick. So just a few minutes ago, we played Song in 60, and today's artist was Jennifer Lopez. The song was Waiting for Tonight. Nick nailed it. You got it, my man. Good job.
Didn't realize you were such a big fan of that song.
Love that song. Seriously.
Learn something new every day.
If it comes on the radio or whatever, I'm always cranking it up, listening along. And honestly, I may just slap it on once in a while and turn it up on my own. Because once in a while, I just get that J-Lo vibe in me, and I got to sing.
Well, so J-Lo's got a whole new album out called This Is Me Now. And to support that, she's got a new 33-city North America tour, but she's not coming to Minnesota, Tony. I'm sorry. So the tour is going to be starting in Orlando, June 26th.
Yeah, I was so looking forward to singing Waiting for Tonight at the top of my lungs.
The Midwest is not really getting a lot of stops from her. On the 33 stops, only a handful are going to be in the region in Illinois, in Indiana, Detroit, Michigan, and Cleveland, Ohio. This comes as a bit of surprise for many because
I laughed at the J-Lo South Park episode, but don't be that mad.
Maybe at least one of Minnesota or Wisconsin, if not both.
Yeah, what's the deal? Does she hate the Midwest or something? I don't get it. I mean,
she is totally skipping Minnesota because A-Rod owns the Timberwolves. Especially if it's been a while because as we,
Nick, get out of my head.
She was last in the
she
area.
was Super Bowl, but that was kind of a small show.
Sure.
But yeah, to skip Minneapolis and like St. Louis or Kansas City, it's kind of sad, really.
Are you going to be okay, Tony? Are you?
I'm fine. I'm strong. It's no big deal.
All right. Well,
no, I'm not fine. Together. Break is almost done. I'm crying.
Whole show. It's posted up on the Mix mobile at mixit08.com. You can check out all the dates. Just won't be able to see any as of right now in Minnesota or Wisconsin. Music head from Dua Lipa, Harry Styles, and more of the Northland's #1 hit music mix here in Mix It Away. Mix What Away Morning Brew. Good morning and happy Tuesday. So, Tony, there's a number of different basketball, football, hockey players, maybe not hockey players over the years, basketball, football players mostly that seem like they have wanted to get into the music industry over the years.
I think of like the Super Bowl shuffle from the 80s.
Yeah, that's a great example. I can't believe that was as big of a thing as it was.
Yeah, right.
Well, so specifically being you mentioned football, there is a former Minnesota Viking, former NFL player that is trying to get into the music industry. And you might remember the name, maybe not so much because of him, but because of his dad. So his name is Blake Prohl. His dad was Ricky Prohl.
Sure.
He was, played for the Rams, the Panthers, the Colts, the Bears. But Blake, his son, was part of the Minnesota Vikings for a couple of years. And his career basically ended because of a pretty gruesome knee injury. And while dealing with recovery, he started getting a little bit more involved with making some music. And he was playing for his grandma, playing piano and singing for her. And she was blown away. So what does he do? He decided to try out for American Idol.
Oh, wow. So the football thing didn't work out, so why not, huh?
Yeah, so I have a little sample of how it went. Blake Prohl trying out for American Idol. Here's a sampling of his singing.
I can't count the times I almost said what's on my mind.
Wow.
Pretty talented, right?
Yeah, bro can sing.
So over the course of his demo or his tryout,
Just the other day,
the judges were, we'll bring that down.
We're looking Sheeran a little bit to me.
Kind of, yeah. The judges were looking at each other. Mostly Katy Perry was like, she was making gestures like she was getting goosebumps, and she was like trying to wipe she wasn't actually crying, but wiping away tears from her face. Luke Bryan didn't look very impressed, but he wasn't looking like angry about it.
He doesn't look anything. The dude doesn't show much emotion.
He had his normal expression on his face.
Kind of a log.
Yeah, just kind of. Hey.
That's about it.
Hey. So, Katie was super impressed. Lionel was pretty impressed, although Katie was the one who was just fangirling over Blake Prohl. Now, the other thing, too, is I'm sure she probably thinks he's kind of cute, too, because I'm sure the ladies are like, oh, okay.
Not a bad-looking fella, you know.
So they get done with the tryout, and here's a couple things Katie had to say about his tryout.
Every grandma thinks that their grandchildren are great, but you're right. Let's go. If you will allow us to be your coaches, you're going to be top 10.
Top 10, she's predicting.
Wow, dang.
So that's pretty bold to make a prediction like that. He sounds great, though.
From what I heard, he's got a solid voice. He's got the look. You know, he's got a good story.
Yep.
Grandma loves him. Let's go.
Yeah. But I love how she makes the point to be like, every grandma thinks the best of their kids. Now, he legit. And I love how, by the way,
other grandmas don't think anything of your grandkids.
Wow. I love how, by the way, some people just get all the talent. Dude was a football player, like successful.
You're going to play that card.
I can't sing. I have no talent.
I can't play football. I'm stuck on radio here in
just
Duluth.
here with Tony.
What am I? Yeah, I don't get to try out in front of American Idol. All right.
Good for him, though. Like, seriously, good for him.
Sorry, I'm not good enough for you.
Well, no, it's okay. I enjoy my mornings here with you, Tony. We'll see what's trending at the top here in a couple minutes. This is the Mix-A-Way Morning Brew. Good morning.
Live from the Mix 108 studio in downtown Duluth, this is KBMX FM, Proctor, Duluth, Superior, a town square media station.
7:03 on a Tuesday morning. It's currently 27 degrees downtown Duluth at the Mix 108 studios. We'll be looking for some partly sunny conditions and a high around 41 today. Tomorrow, a little warmer yet. Maybe 43, 44, mostly sunny. Getting breezy tomorrow, or Thursday, though. Thursday. Still around 41, then colder on Friday. Low to mid-20s, but warming back up into the upper 30s, low 40s for the weekend. So embrace that.
My free lunch is looking better and better every day. Every day.
I forget which way we even bet, to be honest with you.
Oh, look at you back it up. I don't even know.
Oh, I'm not backing out. I just honestly don't remember. By the way,
it was 10 inches. You had to. It was
like 8 or 9 because it wasn't exactly 10. It was to beat the lowest previous record.
Whatever the record is.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. Monday, by the way, almost 50.
Well,
Monday.
As I look in my 45-day forecast, it's looking pretty good. The Duluth International Airport needs a new traffic control tower, and it looks like they might just get it. The Duluth Airport Authority has been awarded a $10 million grant from the Federal Aviation Administration and their airport terminal program. It's the fifth largest funding amount granted for a traffic control tower project in the country for this upcoming cycle. So the tower also needs upgrades to support the 148th Fighter Wing. The Duluth Airport Authority will be requesting $14 million in matching funds from the state of Minnesota to get this project done.
Okay. So I know you're a big hockey guy, Tony.
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday, the Minnesota Wild, I'm sure you were watching this, they broke a couple franchise records. One of them was most goals scored in a period, and then the other one was most goals scored in a game. They won the game, by the way, 10-7.
Wow.
So that's a bit of a score for a hockey game.
It's like the NBA All-Star game. No defense.
No defense.
Man, I turned that on for about 10 minutes, and I'm like people were dunking and just constantly hitting threes from like 30 feet away. I'm like, okay. I mean, this is exciting and all, but there's got to be a little some defense.
When they score 150 points or whatever, yeah.
I'm like, okay.
But
try a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah. Well, the exciting news is, so it's not just because of yesterday's game. The Wild are creeping back into the playoff conversation again after being completely out of it earlier this season. So 10
total goals. How many did they score in that one period to break that record?
The individual goal for the period was, I'm trying to remember, so I'm pulling it up here. 7 in the third period.
Jeez, that's rapid fire.
Yeah. Kirill had quite a few. It was a game. So
biscuits flying around everywhere.
Yeah. So I was kind of listening to the game a little bit, and it was pretty wild. So I didn't mean to do that on purpose, but
good one.
Now I feel bad for even accidentally saying that. We'll get some music in for you soon from the weekend. It's Ariana Grande now here in Mix It Away. Good morning. Mix What Away Morning Brew on a Tuesday morning. So last week was Valentine's week. Tony knows and remembers well as he was celebrating milestones as a part of that.
Right. Well, yeah, it's easy for me to not forget Valentine's Day. Not only my last name, Hart, it's Valentine's anniversary.
Milestones. So tied to the fact that it was Valentine's week last week, Wheel of Fortune had their Sweetheart Week. So they had couples on through the course of the week playing together. Are you saying you wouldn't appreciate playing with Mindy on Wheel of Fortune?
No, I'd love to. She probably wouldn't like playing with me, though.
I gotcha. So there were a couple of sweethearts that were on the show last week from Minnesota. Not only from Minnesota, but from northern Minnesota.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. A couple from Grand Rapids.
Oh, nice.
Their names are Chris and Ashley. So they met each other when they were going to college down at St. Cloud State together, both mass communications majors. They eventually got married. They got a couple kids and a dog. They live in Grand Rapids now, working up in the Grand Rapids area, just down Highway 2. And they were on Wheel of Fortune last Monday, kicking off the Sweetheart Week. They got all the way to the bonus round at the end. And the puzzle, well, it was a very Minnesota-themed puzzle.
Well, it should be easy for them, right?
Well, exactly. So I'll play you how the bonus round went.
Okay.
So here you go.
What are you doing as a category? They look just really confident to me. You have 10 seconds. They're not going to need it all. Good luck.
We're from Minnesota, so bundling up.
There you go.
So bundling up was the answer to the puzzle.
Oh, nice. They got it.
Yeah, so they got within a couple seconds.
This isn't one of those depressing Wheel of Fortune ones.
No. So
where they miss it and it's super easy or something.
Oh, darn it.
Yeah.
So I think I counted there was 10 letters in the phrase, and they had half of them because you get the RSTLE for free. And then they guessed, what did they guess again? It was D, F, P, and O that they guessed. And so that got them about half of the letters then.
Pretty easy then.
So they had N, D, L, N, P was what they had.
And they had two brains. Two brains are better than one.
And what's kind of funny is they looked at each other and just They had
just
it.
knew.
So, in a very Minnesota way. So,
How much did they win?
so they won in the rounds leading up to the bonus round at the end. They won $15,900. So they had almost $16,000 from playing the regular game. Bonus round, you draw the card and you get to see what's on it.
Yeah.
Well, they drew the $50,000 card. So, they got $60,000+.
Oh, good on them.
Yeah, so was it $65,900? I think it is.
Nice.
So yeah.
Nice.
So we've actually got another video. They did an interview with Maggie Sajak, who does interviews with some of the guests after the show.
Maggie is that like Pat's daughter?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I haven't watched Wheel of Fortune intently in years.
Okay, well, so you can check out that video.
Okay.
They actually talk about, so both Chris and Ashley, big Wheel of Fortune fans. They actually watch it with their kids. It's been a long time hobby of theirs, in the evenings when it's on TV. And they've been trying to get on the show for a while. They got to do auditions through the course of last year, leading up to last November, when they did their final couples edition. And then they were told in December, you guys are going to be on the show. They filmed in January. It aired last week.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so kind of a neat deal. You can see the video as well as another interview that they did with Maggie.
Doesn't Seacrest take over Wheel of Fortune sometime?
I don't know when
Like,
that is happening.
Oh, okay.
Because I know that's going to happen.
It seems like Sajak has been retiring forever.
Yeah, he's holding out. He's like, this
Maybe
isn't
I'll
that
stick
bad of
around for a
gig.
while. Yeah.
This isn't that bad. I might hang around a while yet. So if you want to check out the videos, learn a little bit more about the couple, you can check it all out on the Mixed Mobile app or mixed08.com. Cool story. And again, the fact that they won on the most Minnesota puzzle ever is just icing on the cake for them.
Meant to be.
Meant to be, exactly. Part of Sweetheart Suite. Music on the way for you from Katy Perry, Tate McRae, and more all coming up here in Mix It Away. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Tony Hart.
It's the Morning Brew on Mix 108. Nice start to the day.
Not too bad.
What's going to get up to today?
42.
Wow. Love it.
Yeah.
Before you know it, it'll be spring, and we'll have a new food option in town.
Couple of them.
Well, one won't be open till summer, but
Well, all right, fine.
one will be open this spring. The shop's at Bluestone, located, of course, near the University of Minnesota on Woodland Avenue. Is going to welcome a couple of new businesses. One is called Crisp and Green. Crisp and Green. It's one of the fastest growing restaurant chains in America with over 200 stores across 20 states, and they already have 18 locations in Minnesota.
Yeah, there's one, I want to say it was Maple Grove. I ate at one when I was down in the cities area a few years ago, and it was pretty good.
So they serve up a wide selection of fresh salads, grain bowls, and smoothies. So what did you have when you were there? Like a salad?
Ordered a Caesar salad.
Okay.
It was pretty good.
So it was good? Was it big?
It was a pretty hefty Caesar salad. I was quite full after eating it.
Looking at their website, they offer a bunch of different, the classic chicken Caesar, a Cobb salad. Very nice pictures. I don't know if they actually look this when you get it.
It looked pretty good. It wasn't like some fast food. You get it for real and you're like, okay, that looks nothing like the picture. It looked pretty good.
And the other one, let's forget about salads for a minute and move on to the more important thing.
Yes, yeah.
Cookies. There's going to be a new cookie place opening at Bluestone as well. It's called Insomnia Cookies. Have you heard about this place before?
I have not.
So they currently have 4 locations already in Minnesota, mainly around college campuses, because this is it was created by a college student back in 2003.
Got it.
Because he wanted some late night snacks or munchies, I think.
Aha.
So
checks out.
So kind of the bit with Insomnia Cookies is they got amazing stuff. I'll talk about that in a second. But they're open late. They're open as late as 3 a.m.
Because you never know when you need a 2 a.m. cookie.
That's just right?
I
mean, if you're craving a 1 a.m. hot cookie and some ice cream, let me tell you, I got a place for you.
Let's go.
Yeah. So Insomnia Cookies sells, obviously, cookies. They have their classic cookies, which are kind of a smaller cookie, everywhere from the chocolate chunk to the snickerdoodle, double chocolate mint cookies. Okay.
Jeez.
But they also have their deluxe cookies, a little bit bigger cookie.
Okay.
A little more special, like the s'mores cookie.
Wow.
Or the chocolate peanut butter cup. Right now they have a chocolate lava cake filled deluxe cookie, which sounds amazing.
Jeez, no kidding.
Triple chocolate. They also offer brownies. unlike some other cookie places.
Okay.
So they offer a red velvet brownie, a chocolate chip brownie, a loaded brownie. And if that isn't enough, man, this place is made by a stoner, I swear. Ice cream. They also make ice cream. They also serve ice cream.
Wait, they make their own ice cream?
Well,
or
I
they
don't
just
know
have
how
ice
they
cream?
make it, but they serve ice cream. But
Okay.
they have ice cream.
Okay.
So here's what you can do with the ice cream then. You can start making ice cream sandwiches. So they offer like their witches. So you could pick like 2 different cookies,
Sure.
whatever cookies you want and whatever ice cream you want.
Oh, my goodness.
And make an ice cream sandwich. Or you could put ice cream on a brownie. Or they also serve ice cream on a deluxe cookie. So they'll give you a cookie and put like 3 scoops of ice cream on it.
I wonder if you could also, if they have the gear to like make a shake with cookie blended in or something.
Oh, yes, maybe. That's a good idea. So anyways, Insomnia Cookies could be open as soon as this spring. They also offer cookie cakes.
Okay.
Man, this place going big.
So you said Bluestone. Do we know, is one of these 2 places moving into where
I think so.
the yogurt shop used to be?
I believe so, yeah. I believe the cookie place is going in there.
Okay.
I don't know.
Because
One of them is, yes.
So the yogurt shop that has been at the end, like next to Qdoba there,
Yeah.
Chili Billy's, they are moving to a new. I don't think they've said where yet.
I don't think they've said either.
Maybe they have, but they had to be out earlier this month, I think, sometime, or we're going to be wrapping up by the end of this month. I forget the exact timeline, but so they're moving. Which
they announced they were closing, and then they announced somebody bought them.
yes,
But it was too late to hold that lease there at Bluestone.
right,
They obviously gave it up to Insomnia Cookies already.
right. Huh. All right.
Cool.
Well,
I'm excited to try both places. Well, I'm excited to try one place.
I'll tell you, seriously, the salads are good.
I'm
I
sure
only
they
had
are.
one of them, but it was very good.
Let me
So-
ask you, did they use iceberg or...
Oh, it was romaine.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah,
of
it was
course.
not iceberg lettuce. No.
Okay. No way.
Steve would approve.
No iceberg. Iceberg-free zone.
Well, details about both of those places, if you want to learn a little more, Tony's got them for
Yeah.
you on our website and mobile app.
I would, go to the app, check out the story, and most importantly, click on the links for the Insomnia Cookies website.
Do a
And
little
just go,
investigating.
Yeah. Just go check it out.
Oh, get yourself amped up for when they are here.
Yeah, and it looks a little different than Crumble because Crumble like changes their menu every week, so
Sure.
it's kind of different and kind
Sure.
of fun that way. Whereas like this place kind of has its kind of set
Their-
menu,
your standards.
maybe some limited edition type of things. But
Yeah. Well, plus the ice cream. I mean, granted, they have their own version of that, but there's other options. They're the same, but they're different in many
and they
ways.
really push the delivery, like warm cookies delivered.
That's just
Trouble, right?
that's trouble and a
That's
half.
trouble.
Oh man. Wow.
I'm
All
hungry.
right.
You can
We're
really
sitting
use
here
some
hungry,
warm-
wanting some cookies. Music on the way for you soon from Post Malone, Jelly Roll, and more here in Mix It Away. Good morning. Happy Tuesday.
Calm.
Live from the Mix 108 studio in downtown Duluth, this is KBMX FM, Proctor Duluth Superior, a town square media station.
Well, good morning and happy Tuesday. It's the Mix 108 Morning Brew, and currently it is 28 degrees downtown Duluth at the Mix 108 studios. Looking for a high today around 42. See more sun later in the day is what the forecast is saying compared to this morning, which looks pretty cloudy. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, 43. Thursday, mostly sunny, getting breezier, 41. Friday, kind of like last Friday was the cold day of the week. It's not going to be 12 degrees, but it's going to be low 20s this Friday. Then we warm back up into the mid to upper 30s.
A roller coaster this week, up and down.
A little bit. There is talk of maybe near 50 on Monday this coming week. But with that, some rain maybe turning to snow as it gets colder after it moves through. So
You're just hoping for snow.
what are you saying?
The city of Superior will be holding its first open house meeting on February 27th to discuss reconstruction of East 5th Street between 24th Avenue East and 31st Avenue East. The construction could happen in the summer of 2025. The plan is to increase the road. They're going to rip out the road completely, just rebuild it. They're not going to fix it. They're going to replace it. And the new road could feature 6.5 foot wide parking lanes and 13 feet of boulevard grass. Everybody needs boulevard grass.
Yes.
Big thing.
Yes.
You can read more about the Superior 5th Street reconstruction project on the Mix 108 app, or go to mix108.com.
In case you missed it yesterday, this has been a big trending story on our website and mobile app the last day or so. Target shaking up the retail space, adding a new brand, around 400 items, calling the new brand Dealworthy. It'll span apparel, houseware items, some health and beauty items, electronics, and kind of think Amazon basics for Target, kind of.
Yeah.
Is what they're trying to do with this. We talked about this yesterday, be wondering what happens to their other in-store low-price brands, Up and Up, for example, and Simply.
Yes.
So they're actually realigning those brands. Simply's going away, and Up and Up is being upgraded to like their mid-tier. So it'll be up above the Dealworthy brand.
So Up and Up will be above.
Yeah, it'll be like a step up.
That's what we kind of thought yesterday.
Yeah. So they've been, there was actually, I found when I wrote the story about it, a separate announcement that they're going to be upgrading that to a little bit higher quality.
Oh, very nice.
Whereas Dealworthy will be like under $1 all the way to like $10 for most items, you'll start at like $10 to $15 for the Up and Up products.
Okay, gotcha.
So a little higher quality, a little
bit better toilet paper.
A little fancier. Yeah. That might be where you might start with the toilet paper. Because I know Tony doesn't like to skimp on that. You can read more about it on the Mix mobile app, mix108.com. Teddy Swim's on the way for you soon. Music on the way as well from Shawn Mendes. It's Billie Eilish now here in Mix 108. Mix 108 Morning Brew on a Tuesday morning. And I thankfully, over my years of, not that I've done a ton of flying, I've never had any real bad experiences. I've never had somebody I've sat next to that's been bad to sit next to, or any screaming kids, or nothing remarkably bad.
Right.
This would probably be awful. I mean, it would be awful, but anyway. So there's a flight that was forced to turn around. It took off. It was going from Amsterdam to Detroit.
Yeah.
And this happened last week. And so what ended up happening was, as they were in air, there was a bunch of maggots that started falling from the storage compartments above onto people, raining down.
Oh, bro. Who brought maggots on a plane?
So what ended up happening was somebody in their suitcase had rotting fish.
Oh, that's even worse.
Resulting in the aforementioned bugs falling on the passengers. The luggage popped open somehow. After the plane landed, all the passengers were instructed to get off the plane. The aircraft and the suitcase containing the fish were placed. The aircraft was thoroughly cleaned. The suitcase was taken off, destroyed. Hopefully there wasn't anything else in there, but they destroyed the bag with the fish.
Did they find out why the person had rotten fish in their bag?
So
and why
they
they were
say
traveling
in the
with
story
it?
Why? They figured out who it belonged to. The person was detained for a while, but they don't have an answer as to why he was carrying, or she or whoever was carrying rotting fish with them.
That's nasty. Ugh. I don't think I could think of anything worse. I could even, I don't, because snakes on a plane might be better.
The smell and just everything about that situation is just bad. One of the passengers on the flight on social media said that it was a few-hour fiasco once they were back on the ground, deboarding the plane and doing everything they needed to do.
They had to specially land the plane just for the maggots?
They had to turn back around.
Oh, my God.
Unscheduled landing because of that. An interview that somebody from the airline did with the Daily Mail said that a staff member identified the owner of the rotting fish suitcase and detained them, as I mentioned, as the other passengers got off the plane. As compensation, travelers were given, let's see if you would be okay with this as compensation, 8,000 air miles, hotel room compensation, and the last thing I would want to think about, a $30 meal ticket.
Yeah, I'll be like, I'll pass on the meal right now.
Ugh.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah. I mean, could you imagine that whether you're going from Europe to the United States or you're coming back home or whatever the case is, you're just, thinking, okay, just doing the flight thing, got to fly over the ocean to get to where I'm going.
You're just sitting there, you got your headphones on, you're reading a book, and then all of a sudden, boom,
it's raining. Little bugs
start plopping on your book. Ugh. Aren't maggots more like kind of little worms anyways?
Yeah.
It kind of is like little snakes on a plane.
Baby ones, kind of. I mean, they're not, but yeah, kind of if you want to use the...
Ugh,
gross. So
You're like falling and you're like, okay, I'm going to stop.
Yeah, just bad. So hopefully you weren't eating breakfast. I apologize. But if you've had any horror stories with like a screaming kid, the worst I've had was last year I went to Mexico for my brother's wedding, and there was a group of 3, maybe like 8-year-old kids or so that were seated right behind me in the row behind me. And they were kind of separated from their parents for whatever reason. And their parents were okay with this. And they were like purposely kicking the back of my seat for a little. And we hadn't even gotten off the ground yet.
Nice.
And I'm just sitting there. I just put my
Did you rage
headphones
on
on. I just sat there, I put my headphones on, and I thought to myself, this is going to be a long 3-hour or whatever flight. And then we actually had to get off the plane. We took off. We had to turn around and come back because they noticed there was an icing problem.
Yeah.
It was a cold February day. So we landed, got off the plane. Well, they took care of that. And when we got reseated, one of the parents sat with them and kept them.
Oh, that's good.
So that was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just could not have imagined that
your
3
kid's a
hour.
brat. Yeah, keep him under control.
So that's the worst I've had, which I count myself very lucky for that. Any bad experiences you can think of, Tony?
Not that I can think of. So nothing. It must. If something did happen, it must not have been that bad. Because I can't remember it. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Eek. We'll get some music in for you soon.
Definitely
Jonas
no
Brothers. Ugh, gross. Taylor Swift tomorrow coming up here in Mix It Away. Good morning. Mix 108 Morning Brew on a Tuesday morning. So a week ago, we shared a story about a couple that found some cute love letters as part of a house remodeling project. They tore a wall apart and boom, there they were. So this is a little different kind of story. So there's a couple. Their videos popped up online recently for me, and so they bought a house. It's a 130-year-old house.
Okay.
And after buying it, they got a letter addressed to purchaser to the home. And when they open the letter says, "Let me introduce myself. I'm the last surviving member of the family who owned the house that you now own."
Oh, that's kind of creepy to
Yep.
get that letter.
"I grew up in it. I would like to tell you about some secret rooms and a few of the things you may not have been told when you bought the house."
Oh, Lord.
So the letter basically identifies some different rooms around the home and enable them to go and explore these rooms. So in the process of exploring these rooms, they actually captured their experience in some videos on TikTok. And here are some highlights as they explored these hidden spaces in their 100-plus-year-old home.
There are 3 secret rooms, including the compartment in the fireplace downstairs. Panel slides up to reveal the secret compartment. Oh my God, what is some of that stuff?
Old school Stella and 1989 Napa Valley.
What is cream sherry? That sounds disgusting.
Yeah, there's no date on it.
Yeah, no, there's 2 more secret rooms according to the letter.
But there's some bourbon in here I want to drink.
So they did find some old liquor, among other things.
Yeah, I love like mom and dad had a secret spot to hide all the liquor.
Right. And some like pretty old liquor. I mean, they found a bottle of French rosé from 1970 as one of the things they found. They found a compartment in their bathroom, some other things as well. Not everything was super, super exciting, but kind of creepy. Moreover, the fact they got this letter just addressed purchaser. "I have some things you need to know about this house you bought." Like, who does that?
Kind of funny. That would be kind of funny to like prank somebody like that. Let me tell you about the ghost that we experienced in that house.
What? "I have some things you need to know about where you live."
Let me tell you, his name is George. He loves it if you leave a glass of milk out every night.
He's kind of shy. You might not see him for a while, but
Shy. And he flushes the toilet from time to time. Don't let that frighten you, though.
Oh my goodness. So I've thankfully never lived in any sort of space that I've perceived as haunted. However, 2 nights ago, I was laying in bed and I woke up randomly at like 1 a.m. Don't know why.
Ghost story? I love it.
So I woke up.
Unexpected ghost stories.
You're
I
welcome.
love it. Yeah.
I for whatever reason, I'm just laying in bed.
Yeah.
Okay, so I put a little music on, just something to kind of like
headphones?
No. So I've got a speaker, smart speaker in my bedroom.
Sure.
So I just had to play some music.
Right. Alexa, play Jennifer Lopez.
Pretty much. And as I'm laying there, dozing off to waiting for tonight.
See?
Yeah, you're welcome.
Works.
I hear this loud crashing noise. Like super loud crashing noise in the walls of my apartment. So I get up. I didn't turn the lights on, but I grab my phone, unplug it, flashlight. I went walking around which my apartment is not huge. It's a 1-bedroom apartment, but I walked through my bedroom space, living room, kitchen, looked around the bathroom. I could not find anything that fell anywhere, but it was not like it was in the other apartment, like downstairs or next door or anything. It was in my apartment. I still do not know what it was, but it was louder than heck.
What is that?
And something fell, and I don't know what it was or where.
It was like a support beam or something.
Hopefully not.
Like, I'm just having worst case scenarios for you now. Like, oh my God, bro.
Well, the building's still standing. Nothing's sagging, so that's good.
Sagging, that's good.
Gonna hope for the best there, but it sounded like something hit the floor, so it wasn't like an internal like beam crashing thing, but it was like something fell off a counter or something.
Weird.
So
that's about
weird mystery that I don't have an answer for, but I'm a little creeped out.
Yeah, I'd be creeped out too.
And it's weird because I've never really had the thought of like, I wonder if there's any weird, creepy things that have happened in this building that I live in. Because that's maybe like a 70s vintage building. It's not like it's ancient.
Yeah. Have you done like some research? Like, did something bad happen in the building?
I haven't,
or something?
but now I feel like I should.
Yeah, you probably should. Or maybe you shouldn't actually.
I've lived there for a while and I've never
encountered anything.
No, but all of a sudden, crash. So I'm a little bit concerned. We'll see. All right. Well, I'll give you updates, Tony, if I find out anything.
They're coming for you.
Yeah. We'll get some music in for you soon from Morgan Wall and Tate McRae and more of the Northland's #1 hit music mix here. Mix it away. Good morning. Mix 108 Morning Brew. Tuesday morning, Nick Cooper, Tony Hart. Looking for a high today in the low 40s. That's where we're going to be for most of the rest of the week. Today, tomorrow, Thursday. Get out and enjoy it because Friday's going to be colder. We'll get all the snow to ruin Tony's bet. No, we won't get any snow this week, actually. But
no, we're not going to get any snow, bro. You're going to have to buy me lunch.
I keep hearing rumblings that winter's going to return.
Yeah.
Is
there a limit on lunch? Did we set a limit on what lunch could be?
I think you, because I asked the question, and I think you were like, lower scale. It doesn't need to be anything fancy.
Okay, all right.
So
maybe I could change those rules.
Well,
now that I'm confident in my victory.
Winter's not over yet. I keep hearing rumors about the fact that it might make a return.
Rumors like winter's not like a Kardashian. There's not.
You think so?
It's not like you can. Not like winter whispered to like spring, hey, I'm going to come back. And then spring leaked the information to the media. Is that how this works?
You might think that's the case.
That's the rumor.
That's a heck of a thought, though.
That's the rumor.
No, so there is a little bit of a warm up that we're supposed to see, but I don't know. It's not over yet.
I'm convinced that this is going to remain the same, right? Like we're not going to get much more snow.
Okay,
and we're going to transition. Spring's going to be fairly normal.
Well, it'll be a little dry.
Well, it'll be a little dry, but normal than it'll be normal weather. I mean, temperature-wise and precipitation-wise, right?
Okay.
But this summer is going to be absolutely terrible. I'm convinced of it. It's going to be one of the worst summers we've had in years.
Just as
far as cold, rain, just crappy.
So
just garbage.
There's talk about La Nina affecting summer, and
that's the rumor.
Yeah, that's the rumor. See, not to ruin this for you. So Tony, next week Monday 50, Tuesday 43, rain, changing to snow overnight into Wednesday, where it's to be 26 for next week.
I'm not worried about it.
Okay, all right.
I'm not worried about it, my man. We good.
You don't think we could get an easy 8 inches of snow like that?
Well, we could. You're right. I mean, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much.
Exactly.
Right? Just one storm.
Well, because that's the thing is you just needed to get over the hump on the least snow ever recorded in Duluth.
Yeah, I have to get over that hump.
Yeah. And I think it was like 8 or 9 inches.
I have to stay below the hump.
Yeah, below
You have to get over the hump.
Yeah.
I got to stay below the hump.
There's a lot of potential snow weather yet. And I'll borrow the phrase, sometimes it snows in April.
Okay, Prince.
So I'm just saying, you got to be on the lookout because it might happen. We might be, I don't know. I'm willing to bet
confident.
we already put the bet on our lunch. So I was going to say,
What, are you trying to make another bet?
Yeah, I thought about it, but then I decided
backed
against
out
it. I'm
'cause you're like,
I'm going to stick
I
with
don't
the
want-
one
I don't
bet.
wanna- I don't wanna give
I'm gonna
two
stick
lunches
with the
out.
one bet and leave it at that. But
lunches out?
yeah, no, one lunch is fine.
All right.
So we'll see. But if you don't know, by the way, the whole idea is Tony's betting against me that we beat or don't beat. That's the difference. If we beat or not, the least snowy winter ever.
Because we're under that right now.
We are currently under that.
We are currently on track to have the least snowiest winter ever.
In Duluth.
Yes.
Officially.
After we had the most snowiest winter ever.
Last year, yeah. So we'll see.
And I'm just convinced that plays into the current narrative of the world that we live in.
Well.
Or the alternate universe that we jumped into around 2019, 2020.
We only need like 8 or 9 inches. That's all I'm saying. So
Okay, well,
I'm looking for a late season comeback.
good luck.
Thank you. All right, we're going to kick off your workday 108 minutes commercial free. That includes songs from Doja Cat, Glass Animals, and more of the Northland's #1 hit music mix here in Mix It Away. Good morning.